Welcome to our word processing video. This is a little tutorial on how to edit and format a document. Many of these skills you will be familiar with, but let's use it as a review just to get started. So here's our to-do list. And step number one, we have to work with the title. We need to center it, boldface it, underline it, and increase the font size to 36. So let's do that. I chose to work with the sports document. So here's our title, sports. First thing we need to do is select what we want to format. You can either double click, 2 clicks, and it'll highlight the word, or you can click and drag to select the title. Now, to center it, up here, these are your alignment tools. And the one right in the middle, of course, is centering. So I'll click on that, and sports jumps right to the center. Now over here, we have some other formatting tools. We want to boldface it, so B is for boldface. I'll click on the B, and you can see it get darker. And then the U is for underlining. So I'll click on the U, and it's now underlined. And the last thing that we need to do with our title is change the font size. Right now, we see that it's size 14. I'm going to click on the drop-down arrow and change it to size 36. And this is all while it is selected. It only works if it is selected. Now, next up is to fix all the spelling errors. And you can see it even gives you a tip to right-click. So back over here at our document, anywhere that you see a red squiggly underline means that you may have a spelling error. All you need to do is point your mouse right to the word that has the red squiggly underline and right mouse click on it, not your left button, press your right button. And when you do, you should get a menu that will pop up, and at the top, you may see the correct spelling. Doesn't always work, but usually it works. So did you mean commonly? That is what I want. So I'm going to click on that, and it changes it automatically. Athletic activity. Activity is spelled wrong, so when I right click on it, did you mean activity? That's what I want, so I'm going to click on that. And you can go through your whole document and right click on the words and choose the correct spelling. Okay, now if for some reason you don't see any red squiggly underlines, check under the Tools menu. You click on Tools, you go to Spelling, there should be a check mark next to Underline Errors. If there's not, click on it, and then that will give you all of the red squiggly underlines underneath your errors. So that's the spelling. You do that for the whole document. The next one, number 3, is to format the paragraph to a different font style. So if I come back here, I see that this paragraph is Arial, but we can choose different ones. There's lots to choose from in this list, lots of different font styles. The first step, however, is to select what you want to format. So I'm going to click and drag over all of my words, and then come up here, click, and choose a different font style. You can see how it changes. A couple quick tips on selecting. If I did 3 clicks, click, 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 3 clicks, it'll highlight one paragraph. And you can come up here and change it to something that you like. All right, so that's changing the font style. Select your text first and come up under the font tool and pick one. Be careful, don't choose something that's going to be all capital letters, something that you might not be able to read too well, would not be a good choice. Some of these are meant mainly for titles, so be careful what you choose. Make sure you can still read it easily. All right, let's see what is next. Indent each paragraph using the tab key. So if we come back over here, I could see that everything is not indented. Place your cursor at the beginning of the paragraph, and then I can't show you on the screen, but simply press the tab key on your keyboard and you get a perfect indent. I'll click in front of this paragraph, place your cursor, press the tab key, and you get a perfect indent. Next up, we have to double space the paragraph. And again, you have some tips here. Format, line spacing, double. So when I come back over here, you can see the spacing in between each sentence. Well, if I select this paragraph and I go up to that Format menu and go down to where it says line spacing, we're at 1.15. we want a double space. So I'll choose double, and you can see how it spreads apart. Most teachers will want your documents double spaced so that when you print them, they can give you suggestions over the top or in between. They can write spelling suggestions or different words or whatever kind of suggestions they want, and this gives them the space to do that. So let me do this paragraph too. I'll select, go back up to format, line spacing, and choose double, and it happens automatically. I'm going to undo this. I want to show you the undo button. If you ever make a mistake or you do something that you don't like, you can always undo. If I click undo, it goes back. If I click on undo again, it's going to keep going back. So see how that undid that? So use your undo button if you need if you made a mistake. Now I did that also because I want to show you that line spacing is on your toolbar too. Here's line spacing right here. If I select all of this and then go up to this tool right here, click line spacing, I could choose double. So most of your commands are under both the menus and on the toolbar. Now it's all double spaced. All right, let's see what is next. Number 6 says type an additional paragraph, 3 to 4 sentences about the topic. You should have a topic sentence, 2 to 3 details, and a closing sentence. So when I come back over to here, I'm going to place my cursor at the end of this current document. Place the cursor at the end, press enter on your keyboard, and now your cursor is ready to begin another sentence. I chose sports, so my paragraph should be about sports. I can write, my favorite sport is football. Being careful to put one space in between each word. After punctuation, make sure you have another space. I started with the topic sentence, and then I would continue writing about my favorite sport of football. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now, but let me go back over to here. And then the last thing you're going to do is type your name at the bottom. So then after my paragraph was finished, I would come down here and I would type my name on the bottom. And that should be enough to get you started with editing and formatting a document. When you're finished, have another classmate check it over and make sure everything looks good, and then you can turn it in.